And so yeah, is my mic thing working? Alright, there. Alright, so they're watching some NFL. Why is the things not working?
Let's take a look and see Nobody Does It Better, presented by Pepsi Zero Sugar.
I want you to watch two guys here. Watch Alex Austin and Kyle Duggar. Austin looks like he's in man-to-man coverage against Davis, but then he just stops. He lets him go. I have no idea what coverage that is. I mean, it looks to me like it's cover one, which is a deep safety in the middle of the field, Duggar, but in that case, Austin would be staying with him. I don't really understand why he didn't.
So that's the bad news for the Patriots. You just saw the good news. Drake May is returning to the field. We'll get an update momentarily. In the meantime, the Chargers start their third drive with Davis getting it up close to the 30. So it wasn't exactly Larry Bird returning in the Boston Garden in the playoffs against the Pacers, but Drake May did kind of triumphantly return to at least the bench area, so that's good news.
Yeah, and he's looking at the surface in front of him. Looks like, or at least let's hope, that means he checked out okay and he's good to come back in the game. That'd be fantastic.
Sitting next to the OC, Alex Van Pelt. Gain of 6 by Davis. Little play fake. Swing out to Johnston. Gets the first down on an explosive play up toward the 40.
Every team has these bubble screens built in, right? You have Davis going one way, so you have the eye candy of the motion one way, then you come back to the receiver the other side. You got the key block was from Stone Smart there, but the left side of the O-line, the big men, Johnson and Slater got out there and had nice blocks as well.
Chargers all about the ball control so far. The Patriots 6 yards on 6 plays. In the meantime, Justin Herbert's second straight week has come out on fire. 10 of 13 so far. Here he hands it off to Dobbins. Quick cut and shows some power as well as he picks up 9.5. That's the sort of attitude that Jim Harbaugh says that J.K. Dobbins brings each and every day to this facility.
Well, and you know Harbaugh deep down wants to run the football. No matter how much time Herbert has to throw and how bad the Patriots pass rush has been so far, that's his DNA, and he showed it at Michigan over and over again to run the rock, even when he had a first-round quarterback.
Final few seconds of the opening quarter, and that'll cover the first 15 minutes. Chargers, 1 quarter closer to punching their playoff ticket. They're up 7-zip.
Experience ultimate performance on or off the field. Whenever you sit behind the wheel of a 100% electric BMW, say goodbye to the ordinary and hello to game-changing performance. Scan the QR code to learn more about the ultimate electric driving machine.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Triple header Saturday here on NFL Network. The first of 3 games with huge playoff implications. The Chargers lead the Patriots 7-0, and they have outgained New England 126-6.
And with a 2nd and 1 here, I always look at these plays as like a freebie, even though they got the Husky guys in the backfield with Matlock and Tucker Fisk. I love the chance to have a play-action pass here.
Instead, they'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins fighting for the first down, doesn't quite get there. In the meantime, a few moments ago, Steve Weish catching up with one of the coaches.
Okay, Gerard, we saw Drake May come out of the locker room after being examined for that head injury. Will he be going back in?
Yeah, he's going back in. He's been cleared, so look forward to getting back on the field.
Okay, and what is him having back do to your offense allow you to open things up in that regard?
I mean, it just gives a guy that can get outside of the pocket and put a lot of stress on these guys as they sit in zone. So.
I appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. A little push forward, and they are going to move the chains as Justin Herbert crawls just enough on 2 gimpy ankles.
By far the best short yardage play in football, quarterback sneak. Whether you push the tush or not, it's still the best play. I mean, they know that here in New England. How many times over the years did we see Brady pick up first downs with quarterback sneaks? The other great thing about it, Chris, is you almost never lose yardage on a quarterback sneak, right?
In some cases, you get huge gains. You can ask the Philadelphia Eagles about that one. Herbert, plenty of time yet again. Looks left, throws left, connects with McConkey, who gets upended. And that is McConkey's 72nd catch. That is the most receptions by a rookie in Chargers history.
But it doesn't happen without a running back blitz pickup, okay? Watch Haskins right here, number 28. This is why he's in the game. Identify the linebacker, see it Tavai. They tried to run a pick. Haskins could have gotten called for a hold there, would taken Tavai down a little bit, but he did just enough for McConkey to be able to deliver. And now here's the other Patriots franchise player. They one on the defensive side of the ball coming out of the game.
Yeah, that's their first round pick from a season ago, Christian Gonzalez, who looks a little woozy. He has had as good a season as almost any corner, and you could see him dip his head trying to make the tackle on McConkey. Gonzalez, a guy that is D'd up and stared down the best receivers in the league, and he's probably the best corner you haven't heard about this year. So another first down for the Chargers inside the Patriots 35. Vidal pushes forward inside the 30. As for Ladd McConkey, a 2nd-round pick out of Georgia, as you can see, setting a rookie franchise record. Oddly enough, he was actually acquired when the Chargers moved up in the draft in a deal made with the New England Patriots.
Do you think he reminds any Patriots fans of any receivers that they've ever seen here?
Oh, come on now. Few of them?
How about every good Patriots receiver over the last 20 years other than Randy Moss?
He's got a yardage record in his sights today as well. 2nd and 5 for the Chargers. It's been all LA this afternoon. Herbert steps forward, fires, caught by Stone Smart with 2 T's, and he gets it inside the 15.
Stone Smart has really come out of nowhere to be a weapon. You'll see him right there in the slot. He's going to work against Duggar in man-to-man coverage. It's not bad coverage by Duggar, but it is a perfect throw from Herbert. Look, Duggar's just about right there, and Herbert, you can't throw it any better. Right on the hands of Smart. That is beautiful.
He has really come on the last month. 12 of Smart's 15 catches this season have come in the last 4 games. Little razzle-dazzle on that. Dobbins off the left side gets shoved down. Jalen Hawkins to start it off for the defense there. Quick reminder that for the LA Chargers, they win. They are into the playoffs for the 2nd time in the last 3 seasons and the 3rd in the last 11 years. If they end up losing today, they'll just be spectators rooting against both the Colts and the Dolphins.
Well, and the Colts and Dolphins are both rooting for the Patriots against the Chargers today, as are the Bengals. In fact, what do we calculate, Chris? 13 teams should be rooting for the Patriots today. I know it's not easy to do, but Colts, Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and Broncos for seeding, and all the teams drafting in the top 10 want the Patriots to win too.
2nd and 8. Herbert looking right, throwing, and out of the back of the end zone. Yeah, you're talking about 8 teams that are interested in the draft order, because if the Patriots win, they currently hold the number 2 overall pick. Those teams are like, no, move behind us.
Let me ask you, do you think you can do it? Like, do you think if you're sitting there watching right now and you're a Colts fan or a Dolphins fan or you're a Jets fan or even the Jags, Titans, Browns, Raiders, can you really root for the Patriots? I mean, you have to. It's what's best for your team, but after the last 20 years, probably a little rough.
Hey, when it comes to the draft, it makes very, very interesting neighbors in terms of rooting interests. 3rd and 8. Herbert, still plenty of time, hits Palmer, and he's going to get dragged down. Mapu on the stop. Good open field tackle. He's going to hold the Chargers to a field goal try.
Terrific job by Marte Mapu. The Patriots actually, against the right side of the O-line, got a little bit of pressure with the stunt, so Herbert had to get rid of it, and Mapu read that all the way. It's one of the best values of having a linebacker, so to speak, playing safety like that. Mapu, a very short tackler. It's a 4-point play for the Patriots.
Cameron Dicker has had an outstanding season. 31 for 33 on field goal attempts, and he stripes it right down the middle from 27 yards out. Another impressive drive by the Chargers. 3 more points on the board. They've got a 10-0 lead.
You understand?
The NFL and CBS Sports are grieving the loss of our beloved colleague, friend, and the legendary broadcaster Greg Gumbel. In a historic career that spanned more than 50 years, Greg brought life to a multitude of sporting events as a host and a play-by-play announcer. He anchored NFL coverage from the studio and in the booth, where his call of Super Bowl 35 on CBS made him the first black play-by-play announcer on a major championship. Greg's versatility unmatched, exceeded only by his kindness, his humor, his love of music. He will be dearly missed. Of course, Greg Gumbel called so many games in this building and in the previous home of the New England Patriots as well. We send our best to his family and the CBS family as well. In fact, Greg Gumbel was on the call in the game that really started the Patriots' run.
This will be a 45-yard attempt.
That's Vinatieri's luck from this distance of late. This is the Patriots season on the line. The kick is away. It is good.
Yeah, Greg Gumbel called the final game, the old stadium here in Foxborough.
I still remember where I was for that game. Unbelievable call from Greg Gumbel.
As for the games we play, Drake May back in and running as well as he wisely slides. And there is a flag on the field as well. So the good news is that May has returned. He has been cleared, and here's John Hussey.
While the quarterback was in his slide, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 25. Hit to the head of the quarterback, 15 yards from the spot of the foul, automatic. First down.
That's going to be on fellow rookie Junior Colson.
Well, and that's why you can see right there why the players love him. I mean, the guy just got cleared from a concussion, and his first play, he runs the ball. That's why all the fans love him. That's why his teammates love him.
Antonio Gibson was talking about that. You know, big arm, he's smart. All he could do was talk about May's physicality, and he loves this sport.
And at least that time he slid.
Gene Steratore has joined us for the latest. Gene, what do you have on that?
You know, even though the contact isn't severe, you can clearly see that Drake May has started to slide. Colson's trying to lay up, and I get it, but anytime you have a sliding quarterback and you're going to have contact to his head, even though maybe not severe, they're going to call that every time, fellas.
All right, thank you, Gene. May dumps it down to Ramondre Stevenson. There is a flag in the offensive backfield. So this offensive line continues to have all sorts of issues, once again with its 10th different starting combination.
Illegal use of the hands, hand to the face, offense number 59. 10-yard penalty, second down.
That is the left tackle, Vidarian Lowe.
And like a lot of these Patriots offensive linemen, he has struggled right in the middle of your screen against Tui Peloto. That left hand gets up there in the face mask area, and the referee is right there to see that. So you're not going to be able to get away with that one.
Ross Tucker, this isn't going to make you feel good. Look at that.
That is not what you're looking for. Continuity and chemistry are vital up front. The Patriots have neither.
Well, after an impressive start to this drive, Patriots looking at 2nd and 24. May fires it in, looking for Boutte, but knocked away by Christian Fulton. However, there is a flag that comes in late.
I mean,
Let's
the only
see what
thing
that's all about.
Yeah, the only thing that could have been, Chris, is if he hooked him with his off arm, his right arm, because Fulton did a terrific job with his near hand.
Pass interference, defense number 7. Ball he placed at the spot of the foul, automatic, first down.
So they teach these guys to put your near arm in, but see, that's that back arm. When they see that right hand, that's a good call because he had Boutte's right arm pinned. That is the right call. And the shame of it is Fulton didn't need to do that. He had perfect coverage. He didn't need to pin Boutte's right arm against his body.
Yeah, the Patriots were about to look at 3rd and 24. Instead, they get a first down, and May here a completion to Boutte. You know, New England's wide receiver core has struggled so much this season. There's plenty of vacancies, but that is one guy whose game has elevated over the last 6 weeks.
It really has. Boutte was in the doghouse, and he's worked his way all the way back. Had a big game last week with Buffalo.
That is a lost ball and recovered by Derwin James. So on 2nd and short, the Patriots try to get cute. They put it on the ground, and LA has the ball in Patriots territory. Another drive is stalled. The turnover bug bites again. Well, we might want to scrap that one. Chargers with the ball and the lead. Chargers with the lead and the ball after another Patriots turnover.
Well, let's take a look. Watch Pop Douglas, number 3. I think this is who Drake May's trying to get the ball to. At least Pop Douglas thought it was for him, but the timing was way, way off. May gave a better pitch to Stevenson. Douglas was not where May was expecting him to be.
Turnovers costly, and the Patriots lost last week at Buffalo. It bites them here again against the Chargers. Dobbins with a few yards here on the first down play as Jelani Tavai was right there. Well, New England's had all sorts of issues. 29 times they put it on the ground, Ross. I'm no math major, but that sounds like a lot, Ivy Leaguer.
It doesn't even give you a chance. I mean, you're already talking about arguably the worst roster in the league, and then to have that many turnovers, that many fumbles on top of it, they probably have the worst offensive line in the league. They almost definitely have the worst receiving core. If you're going to have that kind of roster, you got to take care of the ball.
Play fake to Dobbins, set up a screen to Will Dissly, who is back after missing the last 2 games with a bum shoulder, and he's got enough, it looks like, for another Charger first down.
Dissly's kind of the forgotten man out of the tight ends. He's to the right side of the formation. He comes back and he's going to block for a second and then release. I love that. Then you get the big guys out front. Not awesome blocks from Salyer or Bozeman, but sometimes offensive linemen, it's just about interference, right? It doesn't always have to be a pancake. You don't have to lock the guy up. Just getting out there at times could be enough for the ball carrier to get the yardage he needs.
So you like setting those moving screens, I hear, huh?
Exactly.
Davis, he's going to get wrapped up in the backfield by Isaiah Bolden. Working nicely off the block attempt by Ladd McConkey. The Chargers overall, one of those teams, once again, and they win, they are into the playoffs for the second time in 3 years. And Jim Harbaugh, what an amazing job he has done yet again. You call that guy for any sort of reclamation project you need done.
Well, and the biggest thing is his reputation precedes him, right? I mean, talking with all the players, they were so excited when the Chargers hired Jim Harbaugh because they know that Jim Harbaugh means winning.
Second and long. Herbert in an empty backfield. Once again, plenty of time. He hits McConkey inside the 30 as he is dragged down a few yards shy of the first down by Alex Austin.
I thought it was crazy. We asked Ladd McConkey if he's related to Phil McConkey, the former Giants legendary receiver, and he said, "That's my uncle." I said, "Really?" I thought he said, "No, I'm just kidding."
He got you pretty good, huh?
He said, "We're not related at all." By the way, how is that possible? In a country with 350 million people, I've only ever heard of 2 McConkeys, and they're both NFL receivers? What are the odds of that?
Hey, one caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. The other one's just trying to make the playoffs his rookie season. Under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Hand off to Haskins, cuts inside the 25, and another first down for LA. Nice job by Haskins, who's getting some burn today with Gus Edwards out with an injured ankle.
There's only so many times where you get showcase blocks, Chris, where everybody in the stands can see it. Here comes Jamari Salyer, bam, right there on Pettis. That was the key block so that Haskins could cut up inside. Not easy for a big man like Salyer to get engaged in space with a safety like Pettis, but that was the key block. Salyer getting the start in place of Trey Pipkins, who's out today.
Salyer checking in at 325 pounds, by the way. Herbert now checks it down to Dobbins, cuts inside the 15 and close to the 10. Well, quick reminder, the Saturday triple-header continues next. Playoff spots on the line. Bo Nix and the Broncos win and in Cincinnati. Then Matthew Stafford and the Rams. If they beat the Cardinals, they will inch closer to an NFC West crown. However, they cannot clinch tonight. That's all on NFL Network and streaming on NFL Plus as well. So you've got fans of the Colts, the Dolphins closely watching this game and the next game as well. Rooting for the home teams today to try and stay alive.
Look at this formation.
Little wildcat, and that's going to be Haskins, gets up to the 10. Yeah, nothing like sending your $250 million quarterback out wide.
Well, the reason why you do this is because you essentially get an extra blocker, right? Watch 44, Matlock, he's out there. 42, Tucker Fisk is out there. I love when they have 44 and 42 out there together. As you see Herbert go out wide.
When was the last time you think he was set in motion based on that little run? 3rd and a yard. Herbert sends Johnston in motion now. As he reverses field, Haskins going to get it up close to the 5. Of course, Hassan Haskins played his college ball for Jim Harbaugh at Michigan.
That's usually a fullback play right there. But just putting Johnson in the backfield, just the illusion that maybe Herbert could give it to Johnson makes the defense have to at least honor it and look at it. So much of what you're doing as an offensive coordinator is trying to make the defense think.
Another impressive drive by the Chargers, and with 3 minutes to go in the opening half, sniffing the goal line yet again. Herbert, play fake, zips it, touchdown, McConkey. Justin Herbert, man who completed his first 11 passes last week against Denver, is now 17 of 21 today.
Yep, Ladd McConkey all by himself there. This time the Patriots are playing a zone coverage, and McConkey has elite change of direction. Watch him stop, Miller, watch him stop and go the other way. Yeah, he's done. I mean, there's a reason why the guy had a sub 4-second short shuttle. We don't talk about short shuttle times as being elite athleticism nearly enough. McConkey's an elite athlete.
Dicker successful with the PAT. The Chargers get it going on defense, forcing the turnover, and then capitalize on Herbert to McConkey for the 17-zip lead. We'll get Ross Tucker's short shuttle run right after this.
From foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Well, I'd say the Chargers came to play up 17-0 in New England, and on that most recent drive, Justin Herbert passed Peyton Manning for the most passing yards in his first 5 seasons. And while you're having a discussion of where Justin Herbert sits in the quarterback hierarchy, do with that what you will, Ross Tucker.
That is incredibly impressive.
Alex Erickson on the run at his own 3 across the 20, the 25, and nailed at about the 27-yard line. So Drake May healthy and back on the field, but right now let's take a look at the next gen stats powered by AWS. And when it comes to Drake May having receiving options, it looks like his receivers are getting separation anxiety, Ron.
29th in the NFL. Not nearly good enough. It actually makes what Drake May has accomplished the last 10 weeks even more impressive, and quite frankly, what Alex Van Pelt has gotten out of him with this roster.
Antonio Gibson spun down to the 30-yard line, and let's send it down to Steve Weish. Another injury update.
Yeah, bad news for the Patriots. Cornerback Christian Gonzalez has been ruled out with a concussion.
All right, Steve, thank you very much.
Well, that's especially bad because they're getting no pressure whatsoever. I truly believe, Chris, that Justin Herbert, they could call play action pass every play the rest of this game, and Herbert could put up some huge numbers. It's the best play in football, especially when the team you're going against can't get any heat on the quarterback whatsoever.
May on 2nd and 7 with just over 2 minutes to go. Finally connects. That's Kendrick Bourne getting it up close to midfield. And that'll be a first down for New England. And that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning. Well, the Patriots need a little something special and get something on the board. They're down by 17. Patriots with the ball down 17 at the 2-minute warning. And coming up, the Lexus halftime show. First half highlights and analysis. Plus, they'll look ahead to the next 2 games of our triple-header. Broncos win in Cincinnati, and the Rams inch closer to the NFC West title with a win over the Cardinals. You want the good news or the bad news for the New England Patriots?
Always bad news first.
Okay, the bad news is that they just got their first non-penalty induced first down of the day.
Okay.
And they only have 42 total yards. You want the good news?
Yeah, yeah.
Drake May is 4 for 4 today.
Nice. Well,
that wasn't good enough good news.
No, well, it's good news in the sense that every rep like this is valuable for him moving forward.
May, he's going to run it. He's got some room inside the 40, slides down wisely at the 36.
He is so decisive when he elects to run. Watch. They come with pressure. Layden Robinson, the left guard, picks up Henley. But there's no hesitation from May. When he sees an opening, he is gone, which is why he's got the best yards per carry in the league. Here's a free play.
Yeah, Bud Dupree jumped and May wisely throws it downfield, and is a play made? Pop Douglas pops up, and he is into the end zone. An amazingly heads-up play by the quarterback to take advantage of the free play.
Outside, defense number 48. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
He clearly caught it, clearly rolled into the end zone without being touched for a touchdown, and that is what I'm talking about with Drake May. He recognized it was a free play because of the offsides. He just chucked that one up. That easily could have been intercepted. Drake May didn't care. He's smart enough to know he had a free play. You can't coach stuff like that. This kid just has it.
Replay confirmed the score, and now Joey Slide for the PAT. And just like that, there's a little more life. Drake May uses his head, his arm, and Pop Douglas's athleticism to get the Patriots on the board. Back in Foxborough, Robert and Jonathan Kraft, they haven't had a ton to smile about this season, but they know they've got a good quarterback. No question about that. Drake May making a sensational play on the 36-yard touchdown pass to Pop Douglas to get New England on the board and back within 10 with a minute 24 to go in the opening half. Joey Slide to kick it off. That one deep into the end zone, and the Chargers will get it at the 30. Let's take another look at that play and see the backup presented by Progressive Insurance. Drake May went to his backup plan.
Yeah, watch Bud Dupree. He's going to get in the neutral zone. Nice job by Vidarian Lowe, the left tackle, not moving. Otherwise, they would have blown it dead. May is about to get hit by Joey Bosa off his back foot, just chucks it up. There's so many good things there. Number one, that the Patriots are doing a hard count to try to get the free play, that Lowe stayed in his stance, and that May was not afraid to throw that football up. He knew the situation.
Chargers with 2 timeouts left. McConkey trying to make a move, but Isaiah Bolden's going to wrap him up before he gets to the 35. As for Drake May, making 8 straight games with a touchdown pass. That's the longest streak by a rookie since the guy he's playing against, Justin Herbert, went 10 straight back in 2020. Minute to go in the opening half with a running clock. Zips it. Joshua Palmer, spin move up to midfield. And the Chargers are going to keep running the clock. 2 timeouts in their back pocket.
Plenty of time. Herbert's running the show. They know they got plenty of time with those 2 timeouts. They want to save them, and that's the right move.
Herbert still not pressured. Throws it in the direction of Kamani Vidal. Stops the clock with 32 ticks left.
Well, kudos to the Patriots for their coverage there, because Herbert again had 4 or 5 seconds with which to throw. But if I'm the Patriots, you got to consider bringing some pressure. Maybe not in this down and distance with only 30 seconds left in the half. But they're playing man-to-man all over the place. Herbert didn't see anybody that was open. That's actually a smart job by Herbert to just throw it away.
32 seconds to go, still 2 timeouts left for the Chargers.
Herbert is seeing pressure. He just checked to a deep shot, anticipating pressure.
They just get it off in time. Herbert steps up. He's going to run it inside the 45, slides down shy of the first down, and the Chargers are going to burn a timeout. All right, we'll be back in 30 seconds after this message from Geico. Chargers up 10 with 28 ticks left in the opening half. Big 3rd and 3, particularly for New England, which finally has a little energy going here in Gillette Stadium.
And also it would bring up an interesting decision for Harbaugh here, Chris, if they don't get it.
Johnston in motion. Herbert, plenty of time, looks deep, throws it, and it is overthrown as he was looking for Joshua Palmer. And the offense is staying on the field.
There's only 23 seconds left. Harbaugh looks like he wants to go for it. Wasn't really even close to Palmer.
You like this call?
I do like the call. I still think that there's a better chance that the Chargers score here than the Patriots. I think the analytics would tell you to go here. Although, listen, the analytics aren't some Bible, right? Every team has their own internal models for each game.
Chargers 1 for 1 in 4th down conversions today. Herbert, time, fires it, complete. Stone Smart gets it up to the 35, and the final timeout used by LA.
Again, all kinds of time. And Herbert just puts it right on Stone Smart. I want to make a point here, by the way, Chris, about Harbaugh going for it there. And people always talking about analytics. Analytics is just probability, right? Like, in that situation, the Chargers are more probable, more likely to score points at the rest of this half than the Patriots are. So you want to make decisions in which the probability is in your favor. And by the way, coaches have been doing this forever. You know what probability is? It's tendencies. That's why they do all the scouting. The tendency of certain plays, certain formations. Analytics gives them the probability of success on certain plays.
Let's see if Herbert has any success here on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket, he just throws it away. However, it looks like a late hit possibly on Justin Herbert. Yannick Ngakoue got in there a little late.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, roughing the passer, defense, number 55. 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
That is a rough call on the 8-year vet.
Boy, that's tough. Herbert unloads it. Ngakwe. Yeah, he took 2 steps. I mean, he should know better. They'll give you 1 step, but I really think he took a second one and gave more of a shove than he had to. That is one where he easily could have pulled up.
And with a really young defense, you need your veterans to play like veterans.
Yeah, that's just a frustration shove right there. And to me, it's a selfish play by a veteran that probably wants to get a new contract this offseason and wants, I guess that counts as a quarterback hit for his stats.
I don't think that's one I'd put at the top of the resume, though. All right, so the Patriots call a timeout. Let's remember what happened at the end of last week. Thursday night football. Davis calls for the fair catch. He gets interfered with on the final play of the first half. So Cameron Dicker gets a fair catch free kick, nails it from 57 yards out. We hadn't seen one made since that guy, Ray Wersching, for the Chargers 48 years ago. He went to Chargers practice this week, got to hang out.
I remember Ray Wersching with the Niners and the epic early 80s Tom Selleck stash.
Yes.
How about the story Harbaugh told us, by the way, that he was going to try and do the free kick in college, was telling his returner for the University of San Diego to fair catch it, and the side judge says, hey, coach, let me save you some embarrassment. That's only a high school and NFL rule. That's not a rule in college.
All right, 11 seconds left. The Patriots only rushing 2 guys. LA with no timeouts left. Herbert throws it deep and over the head of Johnston. So 6 seconds left.
So the Chargers cannot afford to throw the ball in the field of play.
In fact, they're going to kick it.
Which is why Mayo called that timeout, to just pack it in the end zone. You know, the Chargers could have thrown a shorter out route and then had one more try into the end zone. And even with 6 seconds, they could theoretically get a playoff in 5 seconds. But I don't think Harbaugh believes it's worth risking it.
Cameron Dicker nailed one from 27 earlier today. Last year he had a pair of 38-yard field goals in a 6-0 win in this building. This one also from 38. And he just gets it over the right upright. Had to wait on that one, Ross. Wow. Just snuck it in for a 13-point lead.
Those guys were looking at each other. Let's take a look at this.
You don't have to break these down very often. And the crowd is reacting to seeing it on the big board. They don't think it was good.
Yeah, my understanding, and we can get Gene in here, but my understanding is it's not reviewable. It went right over the post. Wow. The guy with the best angle is the official right underneath that post.
All right, Gene, what'd you see?
You are correct, Ross. It is not reviewable. And in the NFL, the entire football must go inside the outside part of the upright. So the upright can be involved, but the football has to go, the entire football, inside the outside of the upright. As you guys can see, even with this angle, it's very difficult to tell where that football is when it does get to right where the upright is. If it's hit there, it's fine. If it's there, we might have a different result, fellas.
Gene, every former referee has a goalpost in their backyard. If you were standing under it, which way would you have called that?
Listen, I had a couple of those before I wore the white hat. Those are not as easy as people think. That's a tough call sometimes.